I'm Jisoo, and today I'm going to help you get familiar with the replay editor, which is a tool included in the newest 4th update for Sifu. So, first thing first, some advice when it comes to recording those moments. I strongly advise recording short encounters. Like if you want to go on a level, you don't want to record the whole level, you want to go bit by bit because it's going to make your life easier. The longer the harder if you want to go deeper into the editing. So, how do you actually access the replay editor? You just want to press down on your D-pad. The same button you use to access photo mode is the same button you use to access the replay editor. And here you can see, if you go into editing, you can see all those other clips are already saved. This is the replay management, and you can, at any given time, just go in there and choose what you want to edit. As you can see, I have plenty of things to have saved, and you have 900 megabytes when it comes to your space. It's not the space on your console, it's the space in-game, and you can see the space each replay is going to take. So let's actually start a recording. This is the part where you get to be fancy to show your kung fu, so just go in there and try to be as creative as you can. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to restrict my gameplay to this area so that when you actually go to the editing, you don't feel overwhelmed. So he's done, and we can actually stop the recording the same way we started it by pressing down on the D-pad, and it's already available. You can decide to go in there right now if you want to edit it. It's 20 seconds long, which is I say decent, but it also weighs 7 megabytes, which is weird. So you can decide to delete it if you're not satisfied with the result, but I think it's decent. But if you made some changes, you can at any given time reset the edits you made so that you can start anew. When it comes to the replay editor, first of all, do not panic. I got you. I know it can be overwhelming, but first we're going to open the settings by pressing Option. And this section works the same way as photo mode. If you're actually familiar with photo mode, it works the exact same way. You can apply a filter, which is going to remain for the entirety of this editing, which is I kind of wanted them to actually go bit by bit, but hey, just go in there, mess around. For the sake of this video, I'm going to mess around just to give an idea of what you can do. You can apply filters and increase the exposure, and here, audio, you can actually choose music in-game, which is cool. And since we are in the sanctuary, it's only fair to use sanctuary music. I mean, of course, like, you want to crash a dance floor? There is no dance floor to crash. So now we actually get to edit by pressing square, and you can already see we have a timeline, which is just it's pretty free. There's nothing there. We can scrub left and right, which is nice. We can actually see what we did. And don't panic if you don't see my ponytail and my age. It's because we haven't started the editing yet, but my ponytail is going to come, don't you worry. For the time being, we're going to leave the timeline mode and go into the free camera so that we can place some keys along the timeline and then come back to edit those keys. So we're going to press triangle, of course, to access the free camera, and then it's very important. You can already get familiar with the controls down over there, especially the ability to go from keys to keys, but since we don't have any keys yet, we can't do that. So we go into free camera, where you can actually you have freedom now over what angle you want to choose. So this is where you actually start getting those cool angles, and you can just go everywhere. This is cool. It actually helps, diving into what the devs actually did. This is scary, by the way. Why does he have no eyes? Grant us eyes. Anyway, so let's say we actually want to press a key here. I think that's good, right? So we just press square, and that's it. We already have one key. But let's say we actually want the video to start here. We go to the beginning, we scrub all the way back to the beginning, and we press square. We're going to see that it's going to say the key has been updated. The camera position has been updated, which is good. So now we can just, again, first you want to add your keys, and then you want to edit those keys. That should be the process. Don't try to do everything at once. You're going to get confused and overwhelmed. So we press just keys here and there. We're just trying to see what works. I think this is good. We see Grandpa coming in hot. Ooh, he's about to throw it. I think I want an angle where I can actually see him, starting the animation. Ooh, this is a nice one. It's like he's about to throw a baseball, Ooh, okay. He's about to. Okay, so we're going to do this, and I want to apply slow-mo. I know that time dilation has been problematic for some people, so I'm going to do that so that you actually don't panic the next time you want to add time dilation. So let's find an angle where we can actually see the knife fly, so that we can then apply slow-mo. What about here? I think this works. This actually being applied to, yeah, we can actually see the knife going in, which is nice. So we're going to place a key here. Again, we're not actually applying the slow right now, we're just choosing keys, and then we're going to apply the time dilation. And you can see the camera controls on the screen. You can move the camera using the right stick, you can roll using R1 or L1, you can reset your roll by pressing L1 and R1 at the same time. You can zoom in, zoom out, move up, move down. You have a lot of freedom when it comes to the angle you want to choose. So just go there, and actually I want to see what you do. By the time you're actually done, done playing with the replay editor, I want to see what you do. I want to see how creative you actually get. So be sure to let me know in the comments. I mean, just put a link to a video you made, and I'll be happy to watch it. So just like I was saying, I'm just placing keys here and there. That's exactly what you want to do. I think he's yeah, we are done, and now maybe we want an angle where we actually see Grandpa leaving. I hate to see him go, but I love to watch him leave, just like that. And we are done. Now we are done with the free camera thingy. Now we go back to timeline mode, where we can actually go key by key, and we press, let me count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. We place a lot. So we're going to press option now to go from key. It's going to be annoying if you want to go and scrub the entire timeline. That's why you press option to go key per key, which is definitely better if you want to just have more control and do it faster. That way we go all the way back to the beginning. Again, you want to use free camera to place your keys, and then you want to go to the timeline to edit your keys, just like this. I selected this particular key using the timeline mode, and we can actually decide how we're going to transition from this key to the next. Let's say it's going to be easy in and out, right? It's going to be some kind of smooth movement, and here you can decide to follow. Maybe you want the camera to follow the player or follow an AI and an opponent. We can do that here. And focus mode, oh, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you are in 1v1 situation. Like, it's going to blur the background, and well, you know, let's actually use it for the sake of this video. I'm actually going to show you, but yeah, you can actually focus on the target, on the player, or nothing, so everything is going to be blurred. So what's the point? So now let's actually get into time dilation, and right now it's ignore. We're going to enable it and go down. If you actually increases the dilation speed, it's going to speed up the video. We don't want that to happen, and I feel like 0.4 is actually a great slow-mo number. So we're going to go for 0.4, but you can go with whatever feels, you know, slow enough for you. And how you can actually decide how it's going to transition from one key to the next. For the time being, I don't feel like we need to cut, so we're going to keep it to none. But you can decide. It can be like, it can fade from this, you know, this image to black, and then to the next key. But let's just keep things simple for the time being, and yeah, but that's how you actually do the whole thing. Oh, you can already see, oh, that was nice. See, now time dilation is applied, and you can see the animation. He starts, he throws it, we can actually see the knife, and boom. But the thing is, it's going to keep applying slow-mo for the entirety of the rest of the clip, which we don't want. So we're actually going to place a clip where we want the dilation to stop. Right here, we're going to enable time dilation and put it back to normal, which is the value 1. And now the clip is back to normal, but only that sequence where he actually throws a knife is going to be slowed down, which is great. And you can do the same thing for all the clips. I mean, all the keys. That's why I said that it's best to place the keys first and then go back to edit the keys. we are not done yet, but let's actually see what we did so far. Let's get, in French we say avant-goût. Like we actually get to see what we did. So as you can see, he's starting, he's running, or he throws a knife. In slow-mo, he's going to slide and then he comes back to normal. That's exactly what we wanted the outcome to be. And you can actually slow down the kicks, slow down the punches with his chasing strikes. You do you the chef, so you better start cooking. So we are done, and you also notice that the music was present in that final edit we got to see. And this is why you actually get to record what you did, because if you don't, you're going to have all those things around. But if you want to then record what you did, the edit you made, then you just want to press share on. If you're using PlayStation, you just press the share button, and then you get to save that replay. And I think the best thing about the replay editor is that it also is a photo mode, and we can, you know what, we're going to use this as a thumbnail for this video, right? And I get to choose a thumbnail from the replay editor. So again, it is a great tool. It has a lot of it offers a lot. My only, the only thing is I wish it was here earlier, like 3 or 4 months ago. It would have been very nice, especially when they added the master mode and whatnot. So yeah, you can zoom in, like all the way in, see those faces and all those oh, I forgot to mention something very important when it comes to the keys. Let's say you actually placed one key and you want to remove that key without pulling your hair, because it can be frustrating if you don't know how to do so. But first, remember, you want to use the free camera to choose your approach, to choose your angles, and then you want to go back to the timeline mode to choose your keys and edit them. That way you actually work and you are more productive, you work faster when you do that. So let's say you actually placed one key and you don't want to use that key anymore. Then you want to go back to the timeline mode, and you can select each individual key. And then you will see that you can either copy, move, or entirely delete those keys, which we want to do. And at any given time, you can press R3 to undo something you just did. Let's say you made a mistake and you don't want that to stick. You just press Alt3 and that thing is gone. And if you want to reapply something you removed, you press Alt3 to redo. Again, we have tools. It's all about getting familiar with those tools. That's why you go back to the timeline mode to monitor what you did. So c'est pas sorcier, and keep in mind that every single edit you applied to one replay are going to remain until you reset that replay. But actually, let's load this, because I think we're done. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, I'm eager to see what you do with this replay editor, and let's get creative. I think we can actually make those movies now. Like anyway, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.